Hello everyone, I'm Steve from UCAN English Tutoring. In this video, I would like to invite Pradeep, one of the doctors who is based in the UK. He is going to share his experience of living and working in the United Kingdom, and this is going to help you a lot. And anyone can ask questions as well to him, so that he would be able to answer all your questions. First of all, I would like to thank you, Pradeep, to come here and share your knowledge about living and working in the UK. Could you please introduce yourself first and how long you have been living there?
I'm Pradeep, and I'm living in UK for the last 8 to 10 years, around 10 years. I can't even remember like how many years now at the moment. So yes, the life in UK is really like, it's not a good for everyone when you come first time. It's going to be really difficult when you first come here, but the life is, it's depend on you, how you're going to adapt it. So here I am, so you can ask any questions we have, how to like apply for a visas or tax problems, like how to adapt yourselves in UK, and the pathways, what pathways you have to follow. If you're a doctor or if you're a nurse, I'm happy to help you all.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, for coming here. Okay, let me first ask you some basic questions before I can advise others to, ask you the questions. Okay. So
Sure.
firstly, what would be the life of a medical professional, whether it is a nurse or a doctor in UK? So what would be the working hours or working days a week and so on?
To be honest, the work hours balance is really good in UK. Like we do work on 3 days a week. If you're a full-timer, like the full-time is 37.5 hours here. And you can do 3 long days. Like it's gonna be like usually the hospital starts early in the morning at 7 o'clock and you finish at 7:30. So it is 12 and a half hours, including your break time one. So if you're a full-timer, you can work 3 days a week, and then the 4th week of the month you have to do 4 shifts.
Okay.
So it's going to balance your life, definitely.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. And what would be the pay? What would be the salary, in the beginning, like for a nurse or a medical professional? Does that vary, greatly between a wide range of medical professionals, or is that going to be almost the same for all kinds of professionals?
It's slightly different. Obviously, it's going to be, you can see a huge differences between the doctors and the nurses.
Okay.
But as a starter, like when you come from abroad, they don't they always look at your profile and depends on your experience. Mostly the nurses starts with 25,000 pounds a year.
Yep.
So there is quite a very decent salary. And the doctors usually starts from 48,000 pounds.
Okay. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. So, all right. So what would be the tax? How much do they need to pay for the taxes?
The tax is completely different from other countries. I believe so. Like you'll be like paying like no taxes for the first 10,500 per year when you're earning.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
won't be paying any tax for the 10,500, first 10,500. After that, if you're earning even £1 extra, so you will be paying 20% tax for the next 40,000. So
Okay.
if your salary goes to 40,000, until 40,000, you'll be paying 20% of that. For example, if you're earning like 20,000 a year,
Yep.
like you'll be paying 9,500 pounds. For 9,500 pounds will be counted as a tax money. So they're gonna take 20% of that. And obviously, as an NHS staff, like we have a government hospital called NHS National Health Service. You must enroll the pension system. Like you will be having like 9% of pension,
Okay.
and then you'll be having the something called like national insurance. So
Okay.
almost like be taxed around like 35% to 40%
Okay. Okay. All right.
of your salary. Yes.
Okay. No worries. Yep. And yeah, what would be the job opportunities? Like, do you think a nurse can easily find out an opportunity over there in UK?
Oh yes, you can get a job even the next day or even an hour. You can get a job. there's loads of opportunities available. The doors are open for
Oh,
doctors and nurses.
that's really
It's
good.
always open. It's
That's really
always
good.
open.
Okay, all right, good. And see, as far as the lifestyle is concerned, do you enjoy work-life balance in the UK, or is it going to be really hectic?
It's not hectic, to be honest. Like when I came to UK, I used to work like 4 days, 5 days a week because I had a lot of responsibilities over back home.
Mm,
So I was settled like 4 days, 5 days. Sometimes I used to work 6 days a week for
mm,
first 3 years. After that, I
okay.
slowly cut down my hours. At the moment, I'm doing only 18 hours a day.
Oh,
Sorry, 18 hours a week.
18 hours a
A
week.
week.
Okay, yeah, because 18
And
hours a day is really huge.
no, 18
Yeah.
hours a week.
Okay,
That's it.
no
It's
worries.
almost like 2 long days.
Yep,
And
yep.
then 5 days I'm off. I'm with my family 5 days.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds
So
good. Sounds good. So we should be able to have a good amount of flexibility, between your work and your family life, isn't it?
yes, yes, that's true. Like you can
Okay.
even ask your managers, like, I have a childcare problem, or my husband is working on these days. Is that possible that you
Mm.
can? There's always a flexibility shifts. They try to lose. They try not to lose you. So
Okay.
as a nurses and doctors, they always give you flexible shifts,
Wow,
and
that's
it's
good.
completely
Mm.
depends on your managers as well sometimes. But most of the managers will understand this because it's very difficult to hire nurses and doctors here. So
Okay.
it's
All right, I understand. So unlike the other Asian countries, where majority of the staff do find it really difficult to manage the work and the family, you will have more flexibility in UK. Is that what you're saying?
yes, more flexibility, and you can spend more valuable time with your family
Okay.
members. It's
Sounds good.
it's sure, and it's all depends on what you need. For
Okay.
example, some people were running behind the money, like you have to work really hard if you have more responsibilities. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that you can settle everything like in 3 or 4 years if you work hard, everything will be fine.
Oh, sounds good. All right. And what about the accommodation? What is going to be the maximum expense that will be, deducted from the salary? So, what do you think would be the accommodation, typical accommodation charges and so on for a bachelor and for a family?
I don't think there's an accommodations given by the hospitals these days because they have been stopped.
That's
Uh,
right.
and it depends on the whole, like locations as well. For example, if you're living in London or like any proper major cities, it's
Yep.
gonna cost you like 500 to 600 pounds for a bachelor. So
Okay.
if it's a
Is that a
family,
week? Is that a week or a month?
it's
Sorry.
a month. It's a month.
Okay.
So
Yep.
we don't pay here like rent for a week. We
Mm.
usually pay for a month.
Okay.
And and the house rent in London is really expensive. Even the
Okay.
outskirts of London is really expensive as well. So
Okay.
if you see most of the Asian nurses and the doctors who has migrated from Asian countries, they usually like to settle outside the London. Like there's some cities called like Birmingham, Liverpool, Manchester,
Okay.
even Southampton. Yes, the houses are relatively cheaper
Okay.
here. Like for a bachelor, if you want to live in outside the London, you can even manage with 300 pounds for a room. Like
Okay.
you can
So that's good.
you
That's
can
good.
accommodate in a room. For a
So,
3 bedroom
mm,
house, it's gonna be cost like 600 pounds.
okay,
If you
600.
live out, yeah, it's
Mm,
relatively very cheaper than any other countries.
okay, yep, sounds good. All right. So, see, for a typical salary of a nurse, let's say 25,000, pounds a year. So, which is going to be about, say, 2,000 or 2,200 pounds a month, isn't it? Am I correct?
Yes.
So, with that salary, so the rent may take about, let's say, maybe $300, okay, for a bachelor nurse. Am I correct? Approximately a
Yes.
month. Okay, so out of that they should be able to get at least maybe maybe 1,800 pounds. Am I correct? They can get at least 1,800 pounds. Am I correct? They can save. Is that right?
Yeah, I don't like. Let me estimate about this. Like,
Mm,
if you're taking a 2,200
mm,
pounds a month,
mm.
and you'll be deducted with your taxes and salary, like taxes, pensions,
Okay.
NI contributions, and everything, you're
Yep.
gonna get like 1,750. Let's approximately you're gonna get
Okay.
1,750.
Yep.
You get 1,750. You're
Mm.
gonna you're gonna pay for the rent like 350. So
Yep.
it's going to be 1,400 you
Yes.
got in your pocket.
Yes.
And it depends on you how much you're spending out. For example, definitely you have to pay for your mobile
Yep.
and some outgoings. It's going to cost you like 300 to 400 pounds. So
Yep.
definitely you can save 1,000 pounds if you're a
Okay.
bachelor.
£1,000. Okay. Yep. Yep. Sounds good. What about a family? Okay, if a family come there, okay, for example, a husband and wife come there, and then if they both work, and then let's say maybe the wife is a nurse, and then the husband is working in a store, or maybe in an engineering company or an IT company, how much do you think they would be able to earn together, and what would be the the costs associated with them?
There's not going to be much difference about this. Like, for example, if two people are working, let's imagine that they are taking like 3,500 to the home. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
if they're taking 3,500 to home, like they're going to have the same spending. Like, obviously, here we don't have any problems with children's. Like, you don't need to pay for educations. And
Wow, that's
and
good.
here you don't need to pay for the children's meals as well. And if you're I think you'll be getting some benefits from like children's, like they're gonna give you like 20 pounds a week for every children like who's
Okay.
living in you.
Is that
So
applicable for the people who are coming on work visa as well?
I'm not sure about this, but I can find it for you. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not sure,
Sounds
I'm
good.
very sure about this.
All right.
Uh,
Yep.
Definitely, if you're a family, you can save around 2,000 a month.
Okay,
Definitely.
£2,000 if both are working. Okay, good.
Yes, if both are working, I'm saying like if you both are working 3 days and 4 days a week, that's it. But
Okay.
if some people are like they really wants to work like 6 days, 5 days, 7 days, you can make a huge money. You can make
Okay. All
yeah.
right.
But
Sounds good.
I prefer like if you come as an NHS staff and get an experience, and then
Yep.
once you got the work experience sorted, you can go for an agency jobs where you can earn a very good money.
Okay. Yep.
Some of our people are earning like almost like 10,000 a month.
Yep.
Some nurses can earn like 6,000 a month.
Oh, that's amazing. So is that based on the experience,
Depends
work
on your
experience?
experience. Yes, it
Okay.
depends on your experience. Like as soon as you come to UK, you
Mm,
get a good job, like you got a permanent job, and get
Yep.
your more experiences in UK, because the practicing in countries are very different. Like if you're practicing in India is completely different from practicing in UK,
Okay.
because we have a lot of patient-centered care, ethics, and we have NMC regulations and all that stuff. So
Okay.
you have to adapt for this stuff.
All
So
right.
yeah, that's the
Okay.
best idea. Like it's always depends on you how much you're earning. So you can't estimate like, okay, I can earn this. But if you're a hard worker, it's a good place to live.
Okay, no worries. And what about the weather like? Because many people find it really difficult. Let's assume the nurses who are migrating from India, I mean southern part of India, for example, or or from Sri Lanka. They may find difficulties to cope with the climate. Am I right?
Yeah, but to be honest, it's not worse like any other like America or Canada. It's literally okay. Yeah.
Mm,
Because first year you might feel like okay, it's really hot, cold, but you will be very used to that after that. Like one winter, if you see one winter, the next winter will be absolutely fine.
Oh,
So we
okay.
don't have
Cool.
we don't have very cold. Like we used to have like the winter for 4 months. Out
Okay.
of 4 months, it's gonna be 2 months is relatively very cold,
Okay.
but
All right.
but snowing and all the stuff are very rare here. So anyone can cope up with this. And
Oh, okay.
obviously, like if you want to work in our abroad,
Yep.
definitely we have to cope up with the climates as well. But
Okay.
it's 1 year is more than enough to adapt yourself.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. All right, no worries. And what about the transport facilities over there?
Public transports is really good here.
Yep.
If you're living in London, you don't need a car at all.
Oh, sounds good.
When I was living in London, I don't have car at all, because there's no point, because you can access bus like every 2 minutes, every 1 minute, and the tube means like underground trains. Everything is like there, like it's very easily accessible if you're in London. But if you're living outside London, like some cities like Birmingham or Liverpool, Manchester, you can get a car and the license. It's very cheap. The cars are very cheap here. Even
Okay.
you can get a car for £100.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds good. Yeah.
that's.
Okay. All right.
I don't think people have to worry about the transport, because usually when you come to UK, you try to accommodate yourself near to the hospital so that it can help you with like saving your money with transport as well. So it's
Okay.
better to live. It's better to live nearby the hospitals, and
Okay.
there's loads of accommodations available nearby the hospitals, like for houses, and
Okay.
it's really good. Yeah.
All right. Did you find any difficulties, to find out the accommodations when you have arrived in the UK, or was it easy for you to, apply for the accommodations? And how did you find your first accommodation?
I don't think I found any difficulties. It was really like straightforward. I
Mhm.
contacted one like associations. Like we do have some association like Indian Students Associations, Indian
Yep.
Medical Doctors Association, Indian Nurses
Yep.
Association. If you go and contact them, they will
Yep.
definitely give you numbers to find an
Okay.
accommodation. And Gumtree is a very good website. Like you can get a house straightforward.
Okay.
It's very easy to get an accommodation. It's
All
very,
right.
very easy to get an accommodation. It's not very hard.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. And yeah, so that's all from me. But if I have any other questions, I'll definitely ask you. But I just would like to, request other students to ask any questions. Okay. Let me start with the Fatima. Fatima, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. How are
Yes.
you? Fine?
Yeah, I'm doing very well, Fatima. So
Yes.
I have got Pradeep, one of the doctors based in the UK. If you would like to ask any questions related to, job opportunities and, work-life balance and things like that, you can ask him.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So they already started the presentation or no?
Yeah, we have already started recording the conversation as well. So you can ask any questions. You have joined just recently, but, you can ask any questions if you wish.
Yes, okay, no problem. I will prepare myself, inshallah, and I will ask, regarding for any question that I want.
Definitely.
Thank you very much.
Definitely.
Thank
No worries. No worries. All right. Minimol, would you like to ask any questions, Minimol?
Actually,
Minimol, would you like to ask any questions? You can unmute it. Fatima, would you like to ask any questions? Sorry. You can unmute.
yes, yes, actually, I want to ask, regarding for the recruiting, actually, I have my group, and I'm not alone. Actually, we are maybe above than 10 nurses. We are researching about a nice recruiting company taking us, like home care nursing or register nursing, whatever. It's good for us. And I have also my colleague, some of them, they are already prepared themselves, and they succeed, and they went for CPT exams and IELTS exams, and they are ready for that. So, but unfortunately, we meet some companies which is they did not, help us, and they want, to take from us a lot of money, advance first of all, and second things, they did not even start our, process. This is one question from my questions, many questions which is I want to ask you, and regarding for the job there, how it is, and how much, and regarding for the salary also, if there is any accommodation, how the situation there is, how the living, how the lifestyles, and the living also. All these things I want.
We have just covered, all the remaining things, but what I can do is that, see, I can certainly ask him regarding the recruitment agencies, the genuine recruitment agencies. Pradeep, do you have any idea about that
Yes.
question?
I haven't got any recruitment agencies. Like I haven't come to any recruitment agencies. I just found myself the job, and I invited myself. The best thing what you have to do is to, like, you find a job directly. If you're not able to find a job directly, you can ask one of us, like, advices. We can refer you, like you can go through this way. There's no point of paying the agencies a lot of money. There's no point. To be honest, it's illegal to take money from the nurses, abroad nurses. So don't pay any monies to any agency, recruitment agencies. because you're gonna work hard. It's your money. So why you need to pay for them? You don't need to. There are some recruitment agencies, the government is gonna give the money, like if they recruit you. Yes. So I don't think you have to pay any money to the recruitment agencies. So if you have any concerns, you can ask me directly, like later on. I can find some information and I can let you.
Yeah, that's correct. See, as far as the recruitment in well-developed countries is concerned, you shouldn't pay anything to the agencies, because the agencies will get paid by the employers. I mean, when the employer is able to hire you as a nurse through an agency, they will pay the agency. Okay, I mean the kind of commission anyway. So you shouldn't be worried about that. But what we can do is that we will be able to find out more information about this later on, and then I will be able to share this information with you. All right.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to
very much.
I would like to give opportunity to everyone so that they can ask more questions. Okay.
Fatima, I will definitely have a look at it. Okay. And please don't go for the agencies who wants to take money from you. Please, I will definitely I'll strongly disagree with that. Please don't pay any money to the agencies like in advance or anything, because you worked really hard. You passed the OET. You're passing the exams and everything. It's your qualification. You're gonna work hard. So why do you need to pay for some money to someone else? So the recruitment agency will get paid by the employer. So don't pay anything. And if you find any agencies who's asking money, that means you have to be more aware of them. Yeah, it's my suggestion.
All right. Yeah, that's a nice recommendation, actually. Okay, let's go through, few other students. I would like to give opportunity to everyone to ask questions. Minimal, could you please unmute your microphone and ask any questions if you have? If you're at work, that's fine. Otherwise, you can ask.
Hi, doctor. Good afternoon.
Yeah, hi. Hi, Minimo. Yeah.
I would like to ask one thing, that the hospitals prefer nurses, those who are in highly specialized in specialty or ward.
We don't prefer the specialty nurses or anyone. We just prefer nurses. That's it. Yeah.
Oh.
Only we need nurses. There is no differences between the specialty nurses and the ward nurses. Yeah. Some people have bad assumptions that, oh, if you work in ICU, then only you can get into UK. That's a wrong assumption. That's really a wrong assumption. No. As far as if you pass the OET and if you pass all your exams and if you get the NMC, you can apply a job anywhere. It doesn't mean like you have to get an experience in some field, specialty field. There's no point. Like it's a bad assumption actually. So you can get a job anywhere, any field. So they will train you. When you get into the job, they will train you each other. Like for example, like if you're a ward nurse and if you want to work in ICU, ITU, like they will definitely train you for ITU.
All right, sounds good. And see, all nurses are in great demand. It's not just only the ICU nurses or the medical and surgical ward nurses. All the nurses are in great demand, not only in the UK but also in Australia. But in this video, we are focusing only on the UK. All right. Do you have any other questions, Minimal? Otherwise, I can move on to the next one. Okay. All right. Okay. Can I have Charles? Hello, Charles. We have got a doctor, Dr. Pradeep from UK. Would you like to ask any questions?
Hello.
Hello, Charles.
Yes. I'm calling from. I'm joining in from Zambia, and I joined in late, so maybe I might ask later on. But
okay,
I just joined in a few minutes ago.
No, right. Sounds good. That's all right. All right. Let me ask Manu. Manu, would you be able to unmute and speak out, Manu? All others can mute their microphone. When I ask you, you can unmute and ask questions. Manu, would you be able to ask any questions? If you are busy at work, it's okay. I will just move on to Naumia. Naumia, would you like to ask any questions, Naumia?
Good morning, sir. Actually, I'm just from Abu Dhabi. Just now I joined. I am just doing self-study for the OET exams and all. So I am just reviewing search or YouTube's and all. it is very helping a lot.
Thank you.
First time just tried that OET exams, but I couldn't just pass out because I am just failed that writing and all. My exams on October 9th, but I am just starting now only.
Okay,
But
that's
I'll
all right.
ask in between, sir. I'll
Yeah,
just
okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right.
thank you.
Thank you. Can I ask Pravina? Pravina, do you have any questions, please? Pravina, you can unmute and speak up.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, Dr. Pradeep.
Yeah, hi.
Sir, actually, I have a doubt. I'm planning to move Ireland. So, which is the best country, Ireland or UK?
It's depend on your choice, like where you want to live. But to be honest, the work related hours and stress and everything is same in all the countries. Yes, it's depend on, like, if you have friends in UK, you can move to UK. If you have friends in Ireland, you can move UK. If you don't have any friends, you can just make a choice of yourself. But there's no much differences between Ireland and UK or any other countries. Like, wherever you migrate, you have to work, isn't it? There's no preferred choices. But I personally recommend, like, UK, because, like, the education wise, if you're a family, the UK is the best one.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Let me go to the next one. Can I have Salila? Salila, are you there? I recommend everyone to mute. Okay. Oh, she's on duty. That's okay. All right. Can I have Sasia?
Hello, sir.
Sorry, who's this? Is this Manu?
Yeah, right. I'm here.
Yes, Manu. Yes, Manu. So, do you have any questions, Manu?
Yeah, there was one question, but hi, Dr. Pradeep. Good evening.
Yeah, hi. Hi, Ashwin.
Yeah, this is Manu from India, sir.
Yeah.
My name is Manu. I'm working here in Mumbai, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. So there was one question. So we are asked you regarding that. I would like to ask regarding Ireland and you just cleared about that. And there is one other question, sir, regarding the comparison between the Gulf countries, like and between UK and Gulf countries, sir. And especially about the taxes. The Gulf countries never take any tax from health profession. And
Yes.
UK, they are taking more tax, and I
doctor.
feel that. Pardon me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, carry on.
Yes. Yeah. So some of the friends are saying that it is better to be in Gulf countries than being in UK or in the European countries.
Okay. Actually, it's a good question. Like, it's a very difficult question to answer for some people. But I feel like I'm very confident in this answer. If you're a professional and if you want your kids to be educated in UK universities, if you're a family, you can definitely move into UK. But the cost of life, the tax is relatively very high here. The tax is very high, so you can't earn much money. Like, they will have a band, like, how to call that, like, they will have a pay scale, like, you can't earn more than that. So if you want to be a doctor and if you want to move, I think it's the best place to go for Australia rather than UK, because in UK it's really really like very high tax. It's very, like, they cost a lot. The tax costs a lot, and it takes you, like, sometimes if you earn above 40,000, you'll be taxing like 50% of your salary is going to be a tax. So it's really hard like to answer this question. But I prefer, if you move this 1 minute. Yeah, let me come back. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay, so I just would like to, add more information on this. Well, see, you need to compare a range of things, okay, before you make a decision. Let's say whether you would like to earn money only, or whether you would like to seek a better life for your children and family, or whether you would like to have a good work-life balance, okay, or whether you would like to, move to a country just for pleasure. All right, so you need to take all these things into account, okay, and then you have to decide based on that. Well, as far as your life in Middle East countries are concerned, okay, you don't need to pay taxes, okay, you can save all your money and you can send them out to your family members, way back in India or wherever you are from, okay, that's fine. See, if you are a bachelor, in the beginning, I would recommend you to go to, a Middle East country and save some money. But when you have an opportunity, like, the one we have got in UK, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, America, and so on, it is definitely better to, go to any of these countries. I would personally recommend my students to choose Australia as their designation. The reason is that Australia has got a lot of opportunities. Okay, so it has got so many good things. Okay, besides just the salary. All right. And I just would like to, recommend you to, get B grade in all 4 sections rather than just aiming at C plus in writing and B grade in the remaining 3 sections. The reason is that when you get B grade across the board, you can apply for not only to Australia but also to New Zealand, Canada, everywhere anyway. So Australian nursing registration process is bit longer. Okay, it can take up to maybe 8 to 10 months. However, it is definitely worth waiting and worth investing. All right, it is surely, worth waiting and worth investing. You are, you are going to earn like anything in Australia, because let us talk about the salary in Australia and UK. So as far as UK is concerned, when you enter, you are going to get somewhere around 24,000, £1,000 to maybe 30,000 pounds, maximum. All right, but in Australia, it is going to be definitely at least 100K, 100,000 Australian dollars, which is going to be approximately 50 lakh Indian rupees. Okay, which is huge, isn't it? All right. So if you earn 100,000 Australian dollars, you are going to be taxed at around, let's say maybe after taxes, you should be able to get at about 75K or so, somewhere around 70 to 75K, which is going to be approximately, let's say, 6,000 Australian dollars. 6,000 or more than that, maybe 6,200 or 6,500. So the accommodation is going to be a bit, I mean, it is definitely less expensive when compared with that of UK. When you earn, let's say, $6,200 a month, you should be able to save at least 3,000 to 4,000 Australian dollars, which is going to be approximately 1.5 lakhs to 2 lakhs Indian rupees. Just I'm talking about the savings, not the the take home salary. So the take home salary can be about 6,000 200 Australians, which is going to be like approximately 3 lakh Indian rupees or more than that. Okay, so you can save at least 1.5 lakhs to 2 lakh Indian rupees just after your expenses. Okay, if you are a bachelor, you can save even more than that. All right, you can save, perhaps you can save 5,000 Australian dollars as well. It depends on your lifestyle also. See, some people would like to share a room or share a home. Okay, some people would like to buy, rent a full home. So it depends on your lifestyle as well. If you would like to, save some money, at least in the beginning of your life here in Australia or in the UK, it is highly recommended to share the home with others of like-minded attitude, and then you can save a lot of money, and you can once you learn the place wherever you are moving into. So it takes about at least a year or two to in order to understand a good idea about the place. Okay, and then you should be in a position to decide how you have to move on. Okay, there is a lot of benefits in Australia as well as in UK anyway. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We have got less than 1 minute at the moment. Can you guys please join back using the same link? Please try to join the same link immediately. All right. So you have to join, because this is a free Zoom session which runs only for 40 minutes. You need to now disconnect the meeting and then join back, please. Use the same link, please. I'm sorry about the inconvenience. Please join back immediately. Thank you. Okay, so does anyone have any other questions? We'll go through maybe one by one. Ayat, do you have any questions, Ayat? You can unmute it and ask.
Hello, good morning. Just now I joined, so still at the beginning. If I have any question, I'll let you know.
Okay, sounds good. That sounds good. That's all right. Lisa, would you like to ask any questions, Lisa?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yes.
Now I heard that Australia is not hiring any nurses now. Is it true, sir?
No, they are still recruiting. They are still hiring. Okay. See, Australia has got the work visas as well. So it is still acceptable. It is still ongoing. All right. They didn't change any processes yet. But, you have to go through the NCLEX now instead of the bridging program, which used to be a 3-month program. But nowadays you have to go through, everything has become online. So you have to go through the documentation process plus the NCLEX examination. And then finally you have to go through the practical assessment, okay, here in Adelaide, South Australia. All right. So, the process has changed, but the requirements is still there.
Okay, sir.
So when you score B grade, Lisa, it is going to be much better here in Australia rather than UK, but it again depends on your scores. Okay, so once you become a nurse in the UK, once you become a permanent resident in the UK or an citizen, you should be able to move to Australia or New Zealand or any other countries as well. All right, because most of the countries do have the opportunities to move across without requiring any visa. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Let me ask Naresh. Naresh, do you have any questions, Naresh?
Hi, just now I joined actually. I have a question I'm not a medical professional kind of. I'm from software. Are they giving out immigration is happening in the Australia?
Yes, of
and
course. Yeah,
UK?
it is happening. But I don't know about UK, but in Australia it is happening. But the process has become a bit slow. That's what I would like to tell you. But apart from that, it is still ongoing. Okay. Because of the COVID-19 restrictions, they started, processing a bit slower. But what I can do is that I can share with you maybe more information regarding the Australian immigration, maybe in the next, video. But in this video, we'd like to focus more on the UK process.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
All right. Okay. Let me ask maybe Naumia. Naumia, do you have any questions, Naumia? I think someone would like to ask questions. You can raise your hand. Okay. Can I? Okay. Shumba?
Yes, Steve.
Yes.
I know we are focusing on UK, but since you briefly touched on Australia, maybe I can clear the question on Australia. You were mentioning the figures in terms of salary per month. You mentioned 6,200. Now,
Yes,
what I wanted to
approximately.
find out is yes, approximately. So I wanted to find out if this is for doctors or this is for nurses.
Oh, this is for nurses. The one I told was for nurses, but for doctors, it is going to be really high, really higher than this. Okay. See, all the medical professionals can laugh all the way to the bank. Do you understand? Here in Australia, all the medical professionals, not only the nurses or the doctors, but also the dentists, physiotherapists, pharmacists, and everyone. All the medical professionals are in huge demand here in Australia. All right, because I've been living here since 2014. It's been like 7 years now for me. All right, and I have got so many nurses, pharmacists, physiotherapists, and everyone, approaching me for the OET examination. So the first and foremost requirement for them is to pass the English language test. Okay, once they pass, they can register, they can do the the bridging course, or whatever the course that is allocated to them, and then they can become the registered medical professionals here in Australia. And there are so many opportunities that are going to be contract and temporary as well. For example, during the Christmas holidays, not many people are working, which means you will have short-term contracts, okay, that are going to be available just for 2 weeks, but they will be paying like $150 an hour, which means it's going to be let's say if you work for maybe 10 hours, okay, a day, you're going to make $1,500 a day alone, which is going to be huge. Do you understand what I mean? So if you need more cash, okay, if you need more money, you can go to many regional areas. And here, the agencies do not charge money from you for finding out work opportunities for you. Do you understand what I mean? It's not like UK.
Yes.
Here, everything is paid by the employer. Okay, so if you, all they need is the right candidate with the right skill sets. That's it. They can give you the opportunities, but you have to go through this process anyway. So all the registration process, which will be discussed in detail perhaps in the next video. All right.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much for that clarification. But I still have I think a couple of questions with regards to the UK situation.
Yep.
I don't know whether the doctor from UK is ready. The first one is myself. I plan to write my OET this year in December, on the 4th of December. That's when I plan to do my OET. And then after that, when I clear OET in December, I plan to do my PLAB 1 in somewhere around March, and then PLAB 2 around June, July in 2022. Now, my question is, I wanted to find out how easy it is after you've cleared, one has cleared their PLAB 2, how easy it is, and gotten the GMC certification. I wanted to find out how easy it is to get a job in NHS, and possibly the salary amount for those that are going to be in FY2. And maybe if you can also comment on the GP jobs as well, if it's a better option when one is in the UK to do a GP job and course.
Yes, the one thing we have to remind as a medical profession, like if you're a GP in your country and if you want to work as a GP here, it's highly impossible because we have to follow some ethics and rules and the GMC regulations. So when you come as an F2 doctor, you have to go for a certain pathways to become a GP. And the salary is completely dependent on your experience and how much hours work. I don't think there's more concern about the salary we need to talk about here. The opportunities, like the work-wise, if you have a good experience and if your profile looks good, they will definitely hire you because the doctors are at a very high demand here. And it depends on your internships and all the stuff. Like if you can, you can find out some information in GMC, definitely. And if you email GMC, they will definitely help you with all the inquiries because they always respond to the emails. So my suggestion is to up to you, like whether you want to work as an F2 or whether you want to work as a GP. It's all depend on your past experiences. And the salary wise, I don't recommend it's gonna really tax you if you earn more than 40,000 a year. Especially like if you're a consultant, it's gonna be really expensive. Like the tax is gonna be like very huge amount you have to pay a tax. And you don't need to pay any tax because the employers, they like before they pay you, they always take the taxes. So it's not self-assessment taxes like Canada. I don't know about Australia. It's not self-assessment tax. Like, or usually the employers will take the tax and then they will pay you the cash, like what you have to pay in the bank. The thing is, it's depend on your experience and how much dedicated you're in work and what you want to do. It's not depend on the salary. I don't like if you want to migrate in any countries, rather than looking at the salary, just look for the work balance, like how you can, because sometimes I did a mistake like this. Like, let me talk about my experience. Like, if you want to go for the salary, better salary and everything, there's always something negative things will be there. Like you'll be taxed more, or you wouldn't be having any family time. So it's all like it have to be balanced. So it's your choice who work. Yeah. So my best advice is to, like, I won't be recommending like anyone to come to UK or goes to Australia or anything. It's up to you, your choice. Like, you have to make yourself, okay, I need a lifestyle balance. I need a proper salary and I don't want to get taxed much. So the best option is to go to Australia. Or if you think that, no, I have some relatives here in UK and I will get mental support. Like if I come here, like the families will support me. And and I'm not able to get above B, like I'm getting like sorry, less than B, like C, and then it's your choice for UK. It's up to you, but there is no differences between, like, if you earn more, you will be paying tax more. It's directly proportional. Earn more, pay more. That's it. That's my opinion.
Yeah, actually, making an entry to your country is even more important than just thinking about a salary. Do you understand,
Yes.
Charles? Or Shobha?
Yes.
Yeah, that's really important because
Yeah.
we need to, get that done, get that done first, and then, we can go from there. All right. As Pradeep has got a few other busy schedule today, I just would like to ask, a few other students, if they have any questions, they can ask, Pradeep. Otherwise, I would like to let him go. Does anyone else have any questions? You can raise your hand, or you can just, unmute your microphone one by one, and then you can ask any questions. Vanati, do you have any questions, Vanati?
Sir, I have one doubt. If
Yes.
we migrated to UK, after how many years we need to work there if we want to move into Australia, if example?
Well,
there is any
actually,
contract?
yes. Okay. Let's say, see, once you go to Australia, usually, I think after 5 years, you may be able to apply for permanent residency there in UK or citizenship. Okay. I think, Pradeep can answer this. Pradeep, would you like to answer this question?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
Like, you have to stay, when you come here, you have to stay here for like 5 years to get a permanent resident. And then once you got the NMC registration, like with your experience in UK, you can easily migrate to Australia. I don't think there's a hassle to
That's
move to
correct.
Australia.
That's right.
But I would not prefer anyone to migrate to UK and go to Australia and then come back to UK and go back to, because it's really hard. Like, when you come to the country, it takes you like at least 1 year to adapt yourself. And if you follow all the stuff, and if you're trying to go, so it's totally depend on you. But my choice is like, do your OET and get a good score like B's and go to Australia. If you're trying OET very hardly and if you're not able to get B's, okay, you're getting C, then migrate to UK. You can always keep UK as a second choice rather than keeping as a first choice, because the work-life balance, sometimes it might be hard for here. As a doctor, I'm not working as a doctor as well. Like, I do private tutoring. Like, I teach GCC like for year 10, like for in India, like we used to say, like it's like what's that called?
Year 10 SSLC. Yeah,
Yeah,
secondary
SSL.
school. Secondary school.
Certificate of high secondary levels. Yeah, it's +2 and 10. I used to teach those kids as well. Like, they are like, I got like almost 70 students, and I'm earning like more than what I'm earning in hospitals, like more than 5 times what I'm earning in the hospital. So it's up to you. Like, you have to find your own talent. Like, okay, you're coming as a nurse here, and okay, you're working as a nurse for 3 days, 4 days. And if you're really talented in private tutoring, you can definitely shine. And it's up to you how much hard work you put. All I want you to say to everyone, like before I leave, work hard in your OET. Try to get your maximum, like try to put your maximum effort and get a good score, what you deserve. And if you get a good score, you don't need to worry about UK or Australia. Everyone is going to invite you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He said it, with the 100% appropriate phrase. Okay, everyone can invite you. Okay, so which means you have an opportunity to immigrate wherever you wish to. Okay, if you score B grade across the board, you have to get B grade in each section. Achieving B shouldn't be that difficult as long as you stay focused and then you know the correct techniques and practice. You should be able to pass. All right. Yeah. Okay. So I would like to thank Pradeep for coming here and helping us out, sharing your knowledge, and maybe I will invite you, Pradeep, once again, maybe after a week or so, and then we'll see if more students have any questions. Let us ask the questions, and then we can get more information as well. But for others, if you would like to know more information, you can check out my YouTube channel as well, and then you can also send me a message on my WhatsApp number. I'm happy to help you guys out and clear all your questions, okay, as and when I get time.
And thank you, everyone. Yes, all the best for your AT. Take care.
All right. Thank you, Pradeep.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Bye.